Okay. All right.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and let you know I am on the way home from work,
Okay.
and there is one or two spots to go through that I may lose you. If I do lose you, I will call you back.
Don't worry. Just call me
Okay.
when just call me when you get home. Call me when you
Well,
got call me when you got a minute, and we'll. I just got to figure this thing out. I've been beating my
no,
head against the wall for a month.
no, no, you're good. I'd like to talk to you on the way home because the first thing that I want to get, you know, basically what I'd like to do
Yeah.
is start from the bottom up with you and teach you basically the way that I learned with it is how I'd like to teach you.
Okay.
I have I have 5 days off with nothing to do. Let's get you learned up on it.
Okay.
Um, to this afternoon, I'm on my way home from work. I don't have to go back to work until Tuesday.
Okay.
So,
Like I said, if
um,
you want to wait till you get home and call me, that's
no,
fine.
no,
I'm not in a
we can
hurry.
go. No, that's fine. I would like to, use this as kind of like a little bit of a planning period.
Okay.
I can do all this in my head. So the main thing I saw your message about you wanting to have the transitions kind of like mine, and where you want to. I'm assuming what you mean by that is going uh, where it's jumping uh, between the different uh, between the different like images.
Yep. All the maps.
Right.
Yep. I, I've
So
I've got maps in tenfold. I want to be able to transition like you're doing.
okay. That scene. Okay, so let me rephrase. So with the way that I use them, I'm going through a low spot right now. I'm gonna come out of it in just a second.
Okay.
But
Well, just
the
just
way that I
just to let you know, I've
yeah
tried I've tried to do the automatic scene switcher, and that's not working. And
yeah
the
okay so
and
for
I've been on the forums and I've been asking questions
yeah
away, and I've gotten split. Some people say
yeah
it will work, and some other people said it won't work. You have to use the
so
advanced.
I tried the automatic scene switcher, and my problem is it wouldn't do enough for what I wanted. So I used the source switcher, but give me just a second. I'm going through another bottom. I think this is one of the last ones.
Okay.
All right, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. So there are what I use the scene to imagine. All right, your screen that you're showing right there with the with the radar.
Yep.
All right. Let's say if you wanted to switch to a different scene that was showing something about warnings or something. I I use a scene as a canvas basically, like a new sheet of paper,
Mm-hmm.
and then in each scene I'll have different things going on. So I'll have one scene that's for whenever there's no warnings going on, and I have another scene for when there is warnings going on, and I
Right.
have another scene for displaying the new warning that just came in.
Right.
How
I've got several scenes.
okay,
I've got maps. I've got graphics, models, the ghost satellite images, hurricane, everything.
okay.
So
So that the
I
best
can manually change screens. I can manually transition in,
okay,
but I'm wanting to do it automatically, so I don't have to sit here
okay.
and just keep pushing buttons all the
So
time.
my best suggestion to you,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the way that I do it, is I use something called Source Switcher.
Okay.
And you would basically have uh, all of your sources on
Okay.
but instead of it saying like browser or whatnot, it's going to say source switcher. This is a plugin that you have to install. I'll help you with that whenever I get home. Um, Basically, what source switcher it does is you can set it for mainly. Though I have it set for a time. Every 20 seconds, it rotates to the next one.
Right.
I think I have a list of like 20 or 25 sources that it references,
Right.
and all of them are browser style sources.
Yep.
Um, the way that I have mine set up is that my radar is always visible, and the other sources display over it.
Yep.
Whenever I get to the final one, I have the source switcher display a text file
Okay.
that includes my text. This was the easiest way for me to figure it out. But basically, I wanted the source switcher for 20 or 40 seconds or whatever to not display anything and just show the radar. Well, I couldn't figure out how to do that, so I told it to display a text file with a single period, and I made the period immensely small,
Okay.
and you can't see it.
Right.
It worked out, so that worked fine. But I use source switcher to switch between the different sources, and I use scene, different scenes, to switch between basically like source groups. Where if you can kind of understand that.
Yeah. Kind of,
Um,
sort of. Yeah.
okay.
It's kind of like
So
what I'm doing because I mean I've got like a scene is maps and I've got all the NOAA maps. I've got
yeah,
another scene which is hurricane, and the source is everything from the NHC. I've got
yeah,
another scene of the GOES satellite, and it's
yeah.
different satellite images. Sources
So
are all the different images.
the way that I change my scenes, I only have three scenes, and it's basically uh, whether I have a warning that's active, or whether there's no warnings that's active, or whether there's a new warning that's just been issued and is displaying that automatically. Um, the way that I have my scenes switch between those
Mm-hmm.
are it references a text file and all the fancy scripts that I have written that gather all the data for the new warnings and everything like that. Whenever it's going through, if it catches a new warning or if it sees that there is an active warning or whatever, it rewrites a text file and changes it from no active warnings to active warnings or whatever. And it that it references that. If the advanced scene switcher sees that that changes to whatever it's looking for it to be or looking for it not to be or something like that, that's when it changes to its respective scene, the correct one. And I have them labeled and I have them situated in order of importance, and so different ones will. If this one, if this file and this file are this way, but this file is that way, basically, then this is the scene that it goes through. So the scene switcher can get really complicated. Um, as far as just being able to, you know, just glide through different sources,
Right.
source switcher is probably what you're going to want to use. They're two different complete things. Source switcher is miles easier to use
Okay.
as far as just being able to rotate between. So what I would suggest
Mm-hmm.
is that we pick if you were to pick a scene, and then we can stick with one for a minute, and we can kind of learn what that. Basically, we're going to need to sit down and we're going to see exactly what you want to do, and then we're going to have to figure
Okay.
And then between the two of us figuring out about, what you want,
Hmm.
we can probably figure out how to do it.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
I, I'm just not a tech, a tech guy. I'm
no,
just,
I mean, that's fine, and I have enough experience with this, and it, I think you have me on Facebook, and so if you need to get a hold of me, shoot me a message on Facebook, because really, I don't know if you have me on Facebook or not, but
I don't know if I do or not. I don't know.
okay. Um, in the future, if you need to get a hold of me, shoot me a message on Facebook, because of how many annoying things I was getting from Dorothy for a while. I
Right.
turned off my Discord messages,
Yeah, that's cool.
which
That's
I
fine.
probably shouldn't have, but that's why I haven't been responding to you. So I'm sorry about that.
Okay. I just, it's, the reason I'm doing this is I'm not really, I'm not really talking with Steve much at all anymore. I'm not really talking with anybody anymore, because I've been buried in trying to figure this out because I got a hurricane season that's knocking on the door, and
Yeah,
I've got people that are not with STN that are outside people that are kind of looking at my stuff, and
yeah,
come hurricane season they're really going to be looking at my stuff, and this is where they're coming, and
yeah,
I'm like, I got to get this thing up and running. And I can't just show. I can't sit here 24 hours a day and be constantly switching maps. I've got to have an automated way. I'll create all the maps you want. I have no problem with that. But I've got to have a way to automatically go through those, so I don't have to be sitting here at this monitor 24/7 during hurricane season. And that's my urgency. That's why I got to get this done because it's in the next 2 or 3 weeks we're going to have a hurricane. Mark my
yeah.
words.
The easiest way to do it is going to be basically to set it on a single scene, and then just let it cycle through all the different sources.
So just create one scene and everything's done
Create
within the sources.
create one scene, and everything's done with different sources.
Got it.
And that's going to be the simplest thing for you to do. And we can even do stuff like um, they could even do stuff like on the Ghost satellites. You'll have satellites that are the floaters.
Mm-hmm.
The floater satellite that follows the storm.
Yep.
Usually you're going to have to set the web address to that once it's already up and going, because
Yep.
those web addresses change a little bit. But
That's right now. I've got several Goes 19. Well, I've got several Goes satellite images, and they
yeah,
automatically refresh every time there's a new one
okay.
out. It refreshes. So I've got that. I'm okay with that.
While I'm off this weekend, I'm probably going to try to get my satellite feed back up and going as well.
Okay.
Because I had a storm knock my dish over.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yeah. Well. Yeah. You got to get that up. It's that time of
yeah,
year.
yeah, I got to get it re-aimed, and I want to see if I can make a strong arm bar to hold the dish in place. The post that the dish itself and the post that it's mounted on are not going to be able to be blown over during a storm. But I have no way to. It's on a pivot basically, and I have nothing to hold it still.
Right. Oh
So
yeah. Yep.
if nothing else, I can hook some like screw some like dog run anchors into the ground and hook some ratchet straps to it,
Well,
and it ain't gonna move then.
is it still pointing about 220 azimuth? Is that still kind of in the ballpark where you got to point it?
No. So this one is, I believe it's like 170.
Really?
It's south and ever so slightly east,
East. Wow. Okay.
and it's about 47 degrees up, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Yeah. That's about right. In that ballpark. It's close.
Because it's centered obviously over the equator, and it's about
from the angle of the shot, I guess, yeah, I can see that.
It might even be further over.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to know that. It was 30 years ago. I used to shoot
Yeah.
that azimuth for the radar for the satellite. I mean, so all right. Well,
I know that the dish I have is incredibly narrow banded, narrow, not narrow banded, but it's narrow beam width. The dish I have is about the beam width on it is about 1 degree, and so it's if you are not perfectly on it,
you're not gonna
you
get it.
get nothing.
Yeah.
But if you are dialed in, it's a hell of a signal.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I know. I remember those days. If you're off just a
Yeah.
fraction, that's one of the things we had to do. Check it every day. Check the azimuth
Yeah.
and make sure you were locked on. And because yeah, if you're 1 2 degrees off, you're not gonna get nothing. All right. Yeah. This has been haunting me for a couple weeks now. And
No, that's fine. And I'm sorry. I've been busy and I haven't been checking my Discord very much.
well, and I haven't really reached out to Steve. Steve has not been in a really good mood, so I've just kind of left him alone. So I just been kind of doing it on my own because
Yeah.
he told me, and when I reached out and said, what are you looking for?" He goes, "Just do whatever, man. Just yeah." I'm like, okay. So I said, "Well, I'm shifting focus to hurricanes, so I'll be focused on Florida and southeast coast." And he said, "Okay." So, and that's when I got into this. I got to get all these images. I got to start collecting data, and that's when I said, that's when I saw yours. That's when I saw your YouTube channel. And I said, I want to switch like that. That's what I want to do, and that began the Wild Goose Chase. And I
So
have
the other important thing is whenever you're selecting the sources and whenever you're adding in a new source,
yeah.
um, make sure you select uh, reload source when it becomes visible.
Well, let's see. I can click like this one right here. Go to properties.
You right click properties and then down towards the bottom you'll see like reload source when it becomes visible. And that way whenever that source comes up and it goes to show it, whenever we get source switcher set up, every time it loads it, it will refresh it. And so you'll never have an old image.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I get that. Okay, but some of my images are not. They're not. They're actually images that I have to go create, and there's other ones that are actually they're web addresses, so that
Okay.
they automatically update on their own. But there are some that I have to manually go in and create the image myself and load it. But with the
Are you like manually doctoring the image?
not doctoring the image, all I'm doing is I'm going out and getting the image, and then when I
Okay.
bring it into OBS,
What
I center it on the screen. That's it.
what are those images if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, images from. Well, I can tell you. Let's see. I was getting track information for the hurricanes, for
Okay.
the recent, well, the little dust ups we've had. I've been getting spaghetti models. I get
Okay.
those from Tropical Tidbits. You can get it from National Hurricane Center. I mean, there's so many
Okay.
places you can get them from. So I was loading up those. I was getting satellite imagery of them, of loops. I was downloading those. Some of them were live. Some of them were just I couldn't do the live. Um, but yeah, I mean it's download the image and set the frame size within the OBS software, and that's it.
If I've got 5 days off and I can work with you a little bit on it, I might be able to make you something that will actually go and grab those. We'll grab those by itself for you too.
Okay. All right. Well, the
You
thing is,
have a
it's not.
you,
There's no set time of when this stuff comes out. That's the thing.
yeah, I know. I know. Do you have a Google Drive?
Google Drive, yeah.
All right. I'm going to. What I want to do is we should be able to make it to where that Google Drive, I should be able to make it to where like that particular file could be linked with your computer. So whenever I add something to it, it might add it to your computer, and then it can look at that new file or whatnot. It can look at what that file changed to or whatnot. So
Hmm.
we should be able to figure out something that works, and I could help you run it all on. I could help you run some of it, or we can make it to where it completely runs on your computer too.
Okay. Well, not
I'm
mine.
just offering.
This ain't my computer. This is a Stormtrooper Network computer here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't.
Is it is that like a laptop or a desktop?
It's a desktop.
Okay.
One of those micros. It's a small one. It's itty bitty. Just a little box. Is all it is.
It should.
Yeah.
It should be able to run just basic scripts. Scripts don't take hardly anything to run. So.
The only thing is that it. There's nothing. The only thing that's running, per se, on this is this OBS software, and that's using almost 20% CPU. Just that alone.
Oh, that's not bad. So, are you streaming?
Yeah, streaming my
So,
images. Yeah.
The stream is probably what is using the most of it because it doesn't have a graphics card.
Yeah,
And it's
maybe.
probably using integrated graphics with the CPU. And if you're only using 20%, that's actually kind of impressive.
Yeah. Well, that's like I said. That's all I got. Now I have to. I go in and reset this thing about every 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
I go and stop the stream and restart it back up again. So, like I just did it again. So, I don't let it go for too long. I try not to go more than 3 or 4 days because it does start to lag.
I've got, I don't know when the last time I reset mine, probably 10, 15 days ago.
Wow. Yeah, I can't do that.
Actually, no, that's not true. It was, I think it was last week, some point, maybe not this past weekend, but weekend before.
Mm-hmm.
And that was because I did some upgrades to the UPS backup.
Do you have a microphone?
Do I have a microphone?
Yeah.
Like at home?
No. Do you have a microphone hooked up to your system?
I haven't. I mean, I have the capability to. I have a like a. I have a microphone that's on my webcam, and I also have a little bit of a headset.
Okay. Yeah. Never. Steve brought me like this broadcast mic that's hooked up into this thing,
Okay.
and that's when I notice when the sound starts to get a little crackly sound. That's when I know I have to reboot.
Oh, okay.
Like if I turn this mic on right now, it's like you'll hear some interference in it, and it drives me insane. So I'm sitting there talking, and I can hear the cracks, and I'm like, oh, time to reboot. Reboot it, and everything goes back to normal.
You can like hear the monitor from it, like in your headphones or something, or.
I don't have headphones. I don't use headphones for it. I'm sitting in the room by myself, so I don't need that. I just always need to make sure my mic's turned off.
Okay.
And